Hello everyone, this is Shivesh Kumar Singh and I am going to discuss today about the complex number. So as you have studied before in real numbers that any number which can be represented on number line is called a real number. Okay, and now I am going to tell you about the complex number. Please try to understand. In a simple word we can say that if you have any negative number is square inside the square root sign, then this is called complex number or imaginary number. Imaginary number means which is not in reality, which is in the imagination only. So this is this type of number for square root, and then inside it negative real number is called a imaginary number. We call it imaginary number, and normally it is written by I, small letter I, and its name is iota, and its value is square root of minus 1. Square root of minus 1. So based on this you can have different values. For example, I square will be equal to minus 1. I power 3 will be equal to I square multiply I, means minus 1 multiply I means minus I, and I raised to the power 4 equal to I square multiply I square, means it will be minus 1 multiply minus 1, which is equal to 1. Now whatever higher powers of I you have, if you have any higher powers of I, for example, suppose we want to evaluate I raised to the power 19. So what you do? You just calculate in terms of I raised to the power 4. So this can be written as I raised to the power 4, and if you divide 19 by 4, what will be the quotient? Quotient will be 4 and remainder will be 3. So 3 comes here. So this is I raised to the power 4 yani 1, and 1 to the power 4 is 1, that is I power 3. And just now I have told you 1 to the power any number equal to 1, and I raised to the power 3 is minus I. So answer will be minus I. Okay, so here this type of simple questions you can get for I, and easily you can solve the questions. Now after this what we can have simple about the complex number, it's a very simple topic and you will easily understand this topic, but the basic thing is you must remember the simple and basic formula of this lesson. Now first I am going to tell you what is this complex number. Any number any number written in the form of a plus ib is called complex number. Complex number where a and b are real numbers, and also one more term here we say this a is called real part and b is called imaginary part. This is very important for you to understand. A is called real part and B is called imaginary part. Real part means the number written without I, and imaginary part means number written with I. For example, suppose complex number, it is always denoted by Z, small letter Z or Z. This is equal to suppose 3 plus 4I. So here real part is 3 and imaginary part is 4. Okay, now here based on this definition you can have two very important things, that is if real part of any complex number is 0, real part is 0, then z will be equal to only ib. That is, it will be purely imaginary number. Purely imaginary number. And second, if imaginary part is 0, that is if if b equals 0, then z will be equal to only a, that is, it will be purely real number. Okay, so here remember one thing, that if real part of a complex number is 0, then that complex number will be purely imaginary, and if imaginary part of a complex number is 0, then that will be purely real. Now, after this, I am going to discuss some operations on complex numbers. I am sure you will understand it easily. So operations on a complex number, firstly, I'm going to tell you about addition, subtraction. Okay. So for this, suppose if Z1, first complex number is A1 plus IB1, and Z2, second complex number is A2 plus IB2, then their addition or subtraction will be defined as Z1 plus Z2 equal A1 plus IB1 plus A2 plus IB2, means this is A1 plus A2 plus I times B1 plus B2. Means what we do when we want to add two complex numbers, then real part will be added with the real part and imaginary part will be added with the imaginary part. For example, we want to do suppose z1 is equal to 3 plus 4i and z2 equal to minus 3 plus 2i, then z1 plus z2 will be equal to 3 minus 3, because it was there, it is written negative, plus I times 4 plus 2, that is 0 plus 6i, means 6i is the answer. Same, if you want to subtract two complex number z1 minus z2, it will be a1 plus ib1 minus a2 plus ib2, means a1 minus a2 plus I times b1 minus b2. Same like the addition. If you want to subtract two complex numbers, then simply subtract the real part with the real part and imaginary part with the imaginary part. For example, suppose let's take different number here. Z1 is equal to, this is the example for you, Z1 is equal to minus 1 plus 4i and Z2 equal to 3 plus 5i. Okay, then z1 minus z2 will be equal to minus 1, that is a1, minus 3 plus I times 4 minus 5, that is it will be minus 4 minus I. Okay, so like this you can add or subtract two complex numbers. So simply, just for the revision, if you want to add or subtract two complex numbers, then real part will be added or subtracted with the real part and imaginary part will be added or subtracted with the imaginary part. Okay, now after this, let's see if what will happen if we want to multiply a complex number with any real number. This is the second operation I am telling you. So if z equal to a plus ib and small k be any real number, then if you want to define k multiplies z, then it will be ka plus I times kb, means that real number will be multiplied with imaginary and real parts separately. For example, suppose complex number is 3 minus 4i, then if we want to define, say for example 3z, so it will be 3 times 3 minus 4i, and it will be equal to 3 times 3 means 9, and 4 times 3 any 12i. Okay, so 9 minus 12i will be the scalar multiplication. This is called scalar multiplication because that constant k or any real number is called scalar in mathematics. Now, this is the very easy part. You can see if you want to multiply one complex number with another real number, then simply multiply that real number with all numbers inside the bracket, means with the real part and with the imaginary part. Now, after this, I am going to tell you about multiplication of two complex numbers. Please try to understand this thing very easily, and it will be very easy for you if you understand this. Z1 multiply Z2. What it will be? A1 plus IB1 multiply A2 plus IB2. Okay, so just like we multiply two brackets, you simply multiply these two numbers also. So A1 multiply A2 plus I times B1 multiply A2, B1 multiply A2 here, plus I times A1 multiply B2 plus I times B1 multiply I times B2. That is, it will be A1 A2 plus I A2 B1 plus I A1 B2 plus, see, I multiply I, it will become I square, and I have told you value of I square is minus 1. So this is minus B1 B2. So write the numbers without I together, that is real parts together, and with I by taking I common, it will be A1 B2 plus A2 B1. Okay, so this is just a procedure I have told you. You can remember it as a formula, or it is very easy for you to multiply. For example, suppose we want to multiply, if suppose z1 equal to 3 minus 4i and z2 is equal to 6 plus 7i, and we want to multiply them. So z1 multiply z2 will be equal to 3 minus 4i times 6 plus 7i, and it will be 18 minus or plus, you can write 21i minus 24i minus 28i square. Just I have multiplied two brackets. Okay, so this is 18 plus 21i minus 24i, it will be equal to minus 3i, and I square again minus 1, so minus of minus, this is plus 28, and 18 plus 28 means 46 minus 3i. This will be your answer. Okay, so now you can see here how easily you can multiply two complex numbers if you know the simple and basic things for multiplication. Okay, please make this note somewhere in your notebook so that you can understand and read it later on if required. Okay, now the next thing is conjugate of a complex number. Conjugate of a complex number. In the simple way, the meaning of conjugate is just replace I with minus I. Okay, so if Z is equal to A plus IB be any complex number, if Z is equal to A plus IB be any complex number, then its conjugate will be Z bar equal A minus IB. Okay, meaning of A and B is same. A is called real part and B is called imaginary part, but A and B both are real numbers. So you can see what I have done here. If the number is A plus IB here, then its conjugate will be A minus IB. For example, conjugate of 6 minus 7i. It will be 6 plus 7i. Okay, if you want to write conjugate of 1 plus i, its conjugate will be 1 minus i. If the number is negative 7i, its conjugate will be plus 7i. If the number is 3, then its conjugate will be 3. In the last line, you just make sure and try to understand this. Last number is only a real number. This is not a complex number. And I told you for the conjugate of a complex number, you write minus I in place of I. So here is no I, so there is no question of minus I. So conjugate of a real number is the real number itself. There will be no change in the conjugate of a real number. Okay, now if you understand this, then after that we can easily discuss another important topic, that is called multiplicative inverse of a complex numbers. Okay, multiplicative inverse. Just before explaining this with the complex number, try to understand with the example of real number. If I ask you the question, multiplicative inverse of 7 will be equal to what, then you will say 1 upon 7. Why? Because if you multiply 7 and 1 upon 7, then you get the answer 1. Same for if you say inverse of 5, multiplicative inverse of 5, then it will be equal to 1 upon 5, because if you multiply 5 and 1 upon 5, then you get the answer 1. Same is here. Okay, so if z is equal to a plus ib, be any complex number, then its multiplicative inverse will be multiplicative inverse will be z inverse. We write z to the power 1 means z inverse is equal to 1 upon z, that is 1 upon a plus ib. Okay, now remember one thing here, that in denominator whenever you see I in the denominator, then you multiply numerator and denominator by conjugate of the denominator, and conjugate denominator is a plus ib, so its conjugate will be a minus ib. So we cannot multiply at only new denominator, we'll have to multiply in the numerator also. So here it will be a minus ib over this. You see, it is a standard formula, a plus b multiply a minus b, and this is a square minus b square. So this is a minus ib divide a square plus b square, and you can write it in the standard form also. This is a upon a square plus b square minus I times b upon a square plus b square. Okay, so this is how we find the multiplicative inverse of any complex number. This is just the procedure I told you. If you want, you can remember it as a formula also. Okay, now let's see how to apply this procedure in solving any question. Suppose question is find multiplicative inverse of multiplicative inverse of 3 minus 4i. Okay, so suppose this is equal to z. Let this is z equal to 3 minus 4i. So what will be its inverse? Z inverse is equal to, I told you, 1 upon z means 1 upon 3 minus 4i. So this is equal to, now you will multiply by the conjugate of denominator. So that is 3 plus 4i numerator and denominator both. Okay, so numerator will be same to same like that, 3 plus 4i, and denominator you can see again it is in the formula of a minus b into a plus b, so that is a square minus b square. Okay, so this will be 3 plus 4i divided by, I told you I value of I square is minus 1, so this is 9 and minus of minus is plus 16. So this is 3 upon 25 plus I times 4 upon 16. You can simplify, sorry, 4 upon 25, not 16. This is 4 upon 25. Okay, so you can see how easily we can find the multiplicative inverse of a complex number. Just reciprocate the number and multiply numerator and denominator by the conjugate of denominator. And what was the conjugate? Conjugate was just a complex number which can be obtained by replacing I with minus I. Okay, so hope this topic now you understand, and if you have any doubt, then you can write in the comments so that I can discuss with you, and I can send you some other hints how to understand the topic complex number. Okay, thank you.